Folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending November 16th, 2022. Let me tell you what buyers hate. They hate the letdown. Here's what I mean. We'll see a property online. That's 99.9% of the time how we see properties these days. Nobody sees it for the first time when they walk into the house. It's all online. Videos, virtual tours, it's all there. And the photos look beautiful. You read the description, it says new kitchen, new floors, renovated left, right, and center. And our buyer clients get excited. We as realtors, we're thinking, wow, this is a nice looking house online. Thinking, this is great, can't wait to show them. We get to the house, new hardwood floor, it's true, but there's gaps in between the boards. Or we see the baseboards and they're not lined up. We see new paint, but it's not following the roof line, the ceiling line, it goes on. We see new pot lights put in, but around the pot lights you could see that the ceiling was patched up and not sanded properly. We see the kitchen. It's renovated, but cupboards are crooked or just the quality isn't there. That's what buyers hate the most, the letdown. If you're going to do renovations, do them right. This message is to the sellers out there. If you're going to do renovations, pay a proper professional to do it. If you think you're fooling people by let me just do it on the cheap and you know, it doesn't matter if the quality is not there, buyers are not going to know the difference, you are wrong. I don't know if this is an HGTV problem, making everybody think in a weekend they could renovate their whole house, but you're going to pay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you're going to pay either way. Either pay a proper professional, and then the buyers will see that. Those are the ones that people will bid to buy your home. Or don't do the renos, you're going to pay in a reduced price. So either way you're going to pay. Just clean the house up if you're not going to do the renos. Make it spotless and let buyers see, okay, we got to change the kitchen, we got to do the floors, and they'll bid accordingly. But either way you're going to pay. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video, in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way, I'll see the appointment ahead of time and I'll make sure that I'm available and my schedule's free so we can talk about whatever's on your mind. So, when we're looking at Brampton, Mississauga, and Durham, and for Durham, I'm talking about Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. When we look at those three areas, Brampton is taking the biggest beating when it comes to home prices. Let me show you. I'm going to start off with Mississauga. These are, here's a summary of all three areas. And you can see we got Mississauga in blue, price went up. Burgundy here is Durham region, price went up versus the previous week. Brampton, the green, boom. Brampton took a big nosedive when it comes to prices. We're going to start off with Mississauga. This is for detached properties only. I've got the sales and the average sold prices broken down for a year, broken down by week. For week ending November 16th, 36 detached properties were sold in Mississauga. Four were at $2 million or more. Average sold price went up a little bit from the previous week, now sitting at $1,372,000. $1,372,000 is 14% lower than last year's average sold price. The median price of $1,310,000 is 10% lower than last year's median price. The dotted line, that's the 4-week moving average, and we use that to help eliminate some of the peaks and valleys when you study numbers like this on a weekly basis, and it's easier to spot a trend. And when we look at the 4-week moving average, It kind of looks like, if we look at the median price, just very slightly over the span of 3 months, median price has been coming down a little bit, and for average sold price, it looks like it's been pretty steady, or maybe even going up slightly in Mississauga. We have 38% fewer sales this year for week ending November, well, not for the year, the whole year sales for year ending November 16th. 38% fewer sales in Mississauga this year versus last year. 6% fewer listings this year versus last year. And months of inventory for Mississauga sitting at 2.2 months of inventory. Let's talk about Brampton. So 27 detached properties were sold. Sales since the beginning of October have been coming down. We're now at 27 detached properties sold. No properties sold at $2 million or more. Average sold price of $1,085,000 is the lowest average sold price we've seen in a long time. This chart here is for a whole year. It's for sure the lowest we've had in at least the last 12 months and longer. $1,085,000 is 16% lower than last year's average sold price. I'm seeing an error here. Average sold price here says 6%. It's 16% lower. Median price is also 16% lower than last year's median price. Median price and average sold price is basically the same, $1,085,000. Looking at year-to-date sales, the blue, that's last year's sales. The orange is this year's. In Brampton, we have 47% fewer sales this year, year-to-date versus last year. 11% fewer listings. Months of inventory has been climbing since the beginning of October. We're now sitting at 3.8 months of inventory in Brampton. Brampton is taking the biggest beating right now. Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. That's what I'm using for my Durham sample. 30 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price climbed up from the previous week. It's now $1,184,000, which is 7% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price is 9% lower than last year's median price. Median price is $1,111,000. And looking at the 4-week moving average, prices just very gradually have been coming down in the Durham region. We have 33% fewer sales this year versus last year. 2% fewer listings this year versus last year. Months of inventory is sitting at 1.6 in the Durham region. So let's look at condos. This is condos for all of Peel region. The majority of these condos are being bought and sold in Mississauga, but this is condos for Peel region. 26 condos were sold. Average sold price has come down. It's now sitting at $579,000. $579,000 is 5% lower than last year's average sold price, and median price is 5% lower than last year's median price. So both median and average are 5% lower. Median price is sitting at $570,000. We have 38% fewer condo sales this year versus last year, and 1% fewer listings this year versus last year. Months of inventory for condos is sitting at 4 months of inventory. Very much a balanced market when it comes to condos. Here's a quick summary of months of inventory. We just said condos is sitting at 4% lower. Condos is sitting at 4.0 months of inventory. Brampton is much higher than Mississauga and Durham region at 3.8 months of inventory, and that's why you're seeing Brampton prices coming down more so than what we're seeing in Mississauga and Durham region. Markets are crazy. The amount of information you're getting is coming from all over the place, and it's hard to make sense of many times what's going on in your region. That's why it's so important to work with a professional that understands the numbers and can give you the best advice. And this way you can make good decisions for you and your family, informed decisions. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.